Hello, hello, good evening. Welcome back to One on Life podcast, where we dive into the complexity of relationships. Today, we explore the challenging journey of forgiveness and moving forward after a relationship breakdown. Why is it so difficult to forgive? And what makes it hard to move on? Welcome, welcome. Good evening. Like as usual, normally the way we do programs, we there's a number to call. Okay, the number is on the screen here. We're gonna put the number now on the screen. Okay, this is that's the number to call. Plus 447449823876. It's a WhatsApp number to call to join the program, and I think the line is open now. The line is free. Call one on now on plus 447449823876. Call now. The line is free. The line is open. I'd like you to call to join the program. Why is it hard to forgive and move forward in a relationship? Forgiveness, like they say, is crucial in preserving and strengthening relationships, as holding on to the past hurts and resentments can damage emotional and physical well-being. Forgiveness, forgiveness is crucial in preserving and strengthening relationships. According to some experts, someone like John Hopkins. Hopkins said that forgiveness can reduce the risk of heart attack, lower cholesterol, improve sleep. If you find it difficult to sleep due to some hurts or some problems that you got, sometimes you are having grudges inside your mind. You have that pain that you're holding on. I said that forgiveness improve sleep. Once you forgive the person, you see that you can find it easy to sleep. It decreases anxiety. Okay, if you have an anxiety, forgiveness can make that anxiety to decrease. Okay, we talk about depression. It helps in depression, and also it helps in stress. Talk about stress. When you have a lot of stress, forgiving someone, forgiveness can help you to deal with stress. And there are other benefits, other benefits that you can get from just forgiving someone. Understand? But what you have to understand is this, okay? We're talking about forgiveness when it comes to relationship and all that. However, you have to understand that forgiving your partner who has hurt you can be challenging, especially in cases of betrayal or long-term infidelity. When it comes to cheating, when it comes to infidelity, to forgive your partner is challenging. It's going to be very hard. And that's what we want to talk about this evening. You understand? In what way can you forgive and move forward? Can you forgive and move forward? I'm just want to like put this question in a way that you will understand it. Okay, let's just use that scenario. You find out that your partner cheated on you, and then you find out later they just come around and then ask for forgiveness. They apologize and ask for forgiveness. So will it be possible for you to forgive and still stay in that relationship, or will you forgive and move on, move forward? You understand? That is the question. You understand what I mean? If you find out that your partner is having an extramarital affairs, maybe they are dwelling in infidelity, or they betray you one way or the other, and then you find out, and then they apologize, and they say to you they are sorry. Okay, will you forgive them and give them a chance to that relationship, or are you going to forgive and move forward? What I mean by move forward is just to move on, just abandon it. Okay, so the line is open. You can call me now. I would like to hear your.
The line is free.
I'd
Call
like
one
to hear
now
what you say.
on +44 744 982 3876. Call now. The line is free.
The line is open now. So I would like to hear your thoughts. What do you have to say? Why is it hard to forgive? Why is it hard to forgive and move forward in a relationship? Why is it hard to forgive? First of all, you have to understand forgiveness. Okay? Forgiveness is often seen as a virtue. But why is it so hard to practice it in reality? Most times, if you read the Bible, you can read some other religious articles and all that, they will tell you that you need to forgive. They portray forgiveness. They encourage forgiveness. And most times, people can just say to you that, yeah, it's okay, I've forgiven you. But their actions, their behavior will say otherwise. The way they react, the way they will start behaving, and all that. You find out that maybe they already told you that they've forgiven you, but in reality, that's a lie. They didn't forgive. When someone hurts us, when someone hurts you, intentionally or unintentionally, it can trigger a range of emotions. A range of emotions. The emotions will start like showing up, such as anger. You see that anger, portraying anger. You see betrayal. You see sadness when someone hurts you. When they betray you, you see that. Those emotions can create barriers to forgiveness. You understand? You can say that, yeah, I have forgiven you. It's okay, I've forgiven you. There's nothing because the other person apologized. But that emotion, that anger, remembering that betrayal, you see that you might not even know. You show in your face, you would see a lot of sadness in your face. You understand? And those things is things that can create barriers to forgiveness. Though you already like profess that you forgive, but anger and betrayal, all of those things, make it difficult. It's important to know that forgiveness does not mean condoning harmful behavior, absolving your partner's responsibility for their actions. They just come down, they told you that they're sorry, they will not do it again. They apologize. Just apologizing, then you telling them that yes, okay, you've forgiven them. But that does not mean that you're condoning their behavior. Do you understand what I mean? That sometimes if you look at it, it's a pre-planned thought. Okay, for someone to like indulge in infidelity and all that, it didn't start in one day. It's a process. It's a process through testing, calls. I mean, like, emotions were involved and everything. So it was already prepared, pre-planned actions. So you cannot just because they apologize, they ask for forgiveness. You're forgiven. Does not mean that those harmful behavior, their responsibilities, that you can just overlook it. They have to take responsibility for their actions. They have to take responsibility for their actions. Do you understand? The line is open. Call me. Why is it hard to forgive and move forward in a relationship? That's what we discuss in this evening. Because when you're trying to forgive, you are releasing that resentment. You are moving forward in a relationship. You're forgiven. They know the resentment, those anger, those pain that's inside of you, the betrayal, the sadness, and all that. For you to really forgive proper, you have to release those resentment, which is very difficult. Because in most cases, especially when it comes to infidelity, it's difficult. Because when you realized, when you when you have to start thinking about the process, you start thinking about the kind of, maybe this person, they profess love to you, they they're supposed to be the your extension, they're supposed to be you. What I mean by you, so you are supposed to be one. They're supposed to respect that relationship you have with them and all that. So that, but along the line, they betray that relationship, they betray that trust that you guys have built for a while. And when you start remembering all those things, it brings sadness, it brings pain, it brings anger. Then they later come down and apologize. As a human being, sometimes, yeah, you forgive. But the issue is this: once you forgive, what comes after that? You can say that you're forgiven, but what comes after that? You can see that some people, they cannot move on. What I mean by moving on, they cannot continue with that relationship because it reminds them of that betrayal. It reminds them of the pain. When they realize, when they remember that their other half has been conquered. What I mean by conquered, because when you have you're in a relationship with someone, when you have a woman, especially maybe, for example, you're married or something, when you had that vow and all that, that woman or that man is your territory. Okay, it's like you protecting that, all of you just be in that house. And for someone to penetrate or just like break the house to conquer that person, do you understand what I mean? They've conquered that person. They conquered the emotions. They conquered their life. They conquered their spirit and everything. And when you start remembering that, some people, it's difficult for them to, absorb. It's too difficult for them to to still continue their relationship. Some of them, they'll say to you, no, it's better that they maybe they move on. Do you understand what I mean? But the challenge is there is, what about if children were involved? What about the commitment? What about the years that you guys have built together? What about all that? Sometimes, if you remember all the sacrifices and everything, some people will just say, okay, they forgive. They want to give the other person a chance. They forgive them. They want to give them a chance. You understand what I mean? I just ask the question, why is it hard to forgive? When you find out that someone that you trust so much, relationship, and they betray you, they betray that trust. Especially, forget about betrayal sometimes. When it comes to infidelity, especially when it comes to cheating, and you find out that the other person is cheated on you, and when you find out, then they start start apologizing and all that. Why is it hard to forgive? Why is it so hard to forgive? That is the question. So if you know If you have anything you want to talk about, you want to say, you can call me now. I would like to hear your thoughts. Okay. Because one thing you have to like look into is the emotional impact. The emotional impact that talking about the emotions that gonna get involved, the emotions that is going to pour into this forgiveness. Talking about forgiveness aspect of it, coming up, talking about moving forward. Because if you never been in this situation, you might not understand. Okay. If you find yourself in a situation where you realize or you find out that this person betrayed the trust that you put on them, the emotional impact of the hurtful event plays a significant role in the difficulty of forgiveness. The emotions that will get involved, the emotions, the impact of that hurtful play, the scenario will be playing in your head. When you keep playing it in your head, maybe you start remembering the text messages or what the exchange they had in text messages or the calls, or maybe you caught them in the act. The emotional impact of that experience, that hurtful experience, will be playing, keep on playing in your head. It plays in your head. It makes it difficult for you to forgive. You understand what I mean? So that's why it can be challenging to let go of that pain, the hurt, the anger, the sadness, and all that, the resentment, when deeply hurt by someone you cared for. When you remember all of that, it's gonna be difficult. It's difficult. The pain, the anger, the sadness, all that. Look at those negative emotions. They can linger and make it harder to move forward. It makes it harder to move forward. Why? Because now you will not trust them anymore. You will not. It's going to be difficult for you to trust them again. Whenever they say they're going out or to go somewhere else, your mind will not be at rest. You will not be at rest. You understand what I mean? You be in your head, you be like thinking, what's going to happen? Is this going to happen again? When they're on the phone, when someone called them or something, you're thinking. When they're on the phone testing or something, you're thinking. The whole thing is playing in your head. It's playing, the emotions is growing up high. Why? Because the pain that you're going through, it's difficult for you to move forward. It's going to be difficult for you to move forward. That's the reason why some people, you find out when once you get to that stage where they cannot move forward again, they seek professional help. Either go for counseling or go for, therapy. You understand? That is it. What are we talking about? Talking about why is it difficult? Why is it hard to forgive and move forward in a relationship, especially when there was a case of betrayal or long time infidelity? Okay. So, why is it hard to move on? Okay. That's something you have to understand. So, in a relationship, okay, is a process. At the beginning of the relationship, when you have the courtship, you guys are cutting and all that. At that time, you're learning each other and all that. And within that process, you are building trust. You're trusting each other. You're learning to depend on one another. You're learning to, confide in them. You're learning to believe whatever they tell you. Do you understand? I'm talking about the process of building trust. Okay. You're building that trust. Both of you are building trust together. You know, to the extent that some maybe decided that you will get married, you're gonna get married, you get married and start living together, something like that. You building that trust. Because for you to propose to someone and tell them that, okay, yes, you're ready now to move forward, you want to get married to them, or you understand, there's a lot of commitment. And trust is the number one thing there, because you trust that person. That's the reason why you want to go on with them. That's the reason why you want to like move on, move forward with them in that relationship. So because of that, you have to understand that trust is fundamental in any relationship. It's there. It's the bottom line. It's there. It's a fundamental in any relationship. It's there. So when that trust is broken, once that trust is broken, whether through lies, infidelity, whether, I don't know, betrayal, it can shatter the foundation of that relationship. That is it. Once it's broken, that relationship is going to be on the thread. It'll be shaking like this. Do you understand what I mean? It's going. That is it. The foundation of that relationship will be shaken, will be shattered, because a lot of things are going to get involved. Okay, it's going to get involved. A lot of things. Talking about that trust that you guys build through your courtship at the beginning of the marriage. Even some people, to the extent they have children, everything, they build that trust. So once that trust is broken, either through lies, it's either through betrayal, it's either through infidelity, you can call it anything you want to call it. Once it's broken, it can shatter the foundation of that relationship. I don't know, maybe it's going to be very, 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 very difficult, unless the kind of understanding both of you have that can maybe hold that relationship strong. Because most times I'm telling you, it's going to be difficult. Okay, especially when you try to rebuild that trust, it takes time. It's going to take a lot of time and effort from both parties. Both of you that are involved in that relationship, it's going to take a lot of time and effort for you guys to do that. Okay, why? Because you want to like accept their forgiveness. You want to accept them back. You want to give them chance. You want to, like, still love them and be with them in that relationship. But the fear of being hurt again, the fear of them doing it again, the fear of them doing that thing again, it can hinder the forgiveness process. That process, you want to forgive. Like I said earlier, any movement, anything, any step that they make will become a doubt. You suspicious of them. You'll be suspicious of everything they are doing. Their calls, their testament, everything. When they're out, your mind will not be at rest, because you are afraid. You don't want them to repeat it again. You don't want them to take you on a ride again. You don't want them, like, to play you again. And because of that, it can hinder the forgiveness process. That forgiveness, as you said that you're forgiving them, it's going to take a long time. It's going to take a lot of time for that to happen. And that's the reason why, to build trust in a relationship, it takes time. It takes time. And a little thing like this, little tiny, maybe lies, tiny infidelity, tiny betrayal, something, just tiny things like this can destroy it, can shatter everything. It can shatter everything. That trust that you guys have built for a long time, it's going to be shattered. And now, I don't know how are you going to cope with that? Because you always have fear at the back of your mind. The fear can be overwhelming. It can take over you straight away because you don't want them to do it again. Even if you're struggling to accept them back, you are struggling to forgive. You are struggling. You still have that fear at the back of your mind. And that fear is the problem. That fear is the issue, is the problem, is something that can hinder that forgiveness process. The fear. The fear of them not repeating it again. The fear of them not taking you as a mug. The fear of them not taking you as a fool. That's the worry. That is the worry. We're asking, why is it hard to forgive and move forward in a relationship? Why is it hard to forgive and move forward in a relationship? Okay. Because you have to understand something here. If forgiving your partner does not mean that their actions, they cannot take responsibility for their actions. Okay? Whatever is it, whatever the actions, that behavior, the behavior, they ask for forgiveness, but their actions, they have to take responsibility for their actions. And what is that responsibility? They have to understand that whatever actions that you take, whatever thing that you want, anything that you want to do after their maybe the apologies and everything, though that they still want you back or whatever, your own actions, what you want to do, okay, they don't have any say in it. They don't have anything to say about how you want to react, how you want to take, how you want to behave. If you want that relationship to continue, they don't have any say in it. If you want to take a break, they don't have any say in it. If you want to take you 5 years or 10 years for you to like absorb or maybe forgive them, they have no say in it because they have to take responsibility for their actions because they are the ones that brought that upon them. They are the ones that brought that upon them. Okay? Irrespective of the forgiveness that you protect, you say to them that you're forgiving them. It doesn't matter. They cannot dictate how you will forgive them. They cannot tell you how you will behave, how you will forgive. No. They can't like insist that, yes, but you said you're forgiving me, you have to behave in a certain way. No way. It's out of their hands now. You understand? Because they have to take responsibility for their actions. That is how it goes. Okay. All right, guys. I think that's the time. Is our time that we celebrate those that are celebrating their birthdays. Okay, so I think we have some few people that are celebrating their birthdays this week. Okay, you have few of them that are celebrating their birthdays. Okay, so I think you have them on. You have you on the screen now. All right, I have Nina Vivian, I have Helena Tame, I have Blessing. Okay, Helena Tame Blessing, I have Isa Ibrahim and Stella Manye. Okay, happy birthday, Nina Vivian. Happy birthday, Helena. Happy birthday, Vivian. Happy birthday, Helena Tame. Happy birthday, Blessing. Happy birthday, Sir Ibrahim. Happy birthday, Stella Menya. Okay, like we normally say on this program, whatever you wish yourself, we pray that God will grant you your wishes. Okay. Don't forget to take yourself out. Go and have some fun. Go out there, have some fun. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate your day. You understand? It's your birthday, so you have to enjoy it to the fullest. Okay? All right. We're still going to continue on why is it hard to forgive and move forward in your relationship. Why is it hard to forgive and move forward in a relationship? Why is it hard? Another thing is this, yeah. Someone can say to you, okay, yes, I've forgiven you. They, after maybe apologies, then they'll tell you that they're forgiven. But their ego and pride, their ego and pride can also get in the way of that forgiveness. Their ego and pride. Admitting that you have been wronged and make mistake requires humility. Yes, just um, just accept that you've been wronged. Admitting that someone wronged you, someone did something bad, and the person just come around to apologize. It takes a lot of courage and humility. Okay, but the challenging task there is to let go of your pride. I'm talking about the person that is going to, I mean, maybe the one that's going to like forgive, the one that will accept the apology. You let go of your pride, your ego, so that you can forgive this person. It's not going to be easy. We all have pride, we have ego. Okay, think about it. Maybe you realize maybe your partner has been cheating on you. And most times, you know that some of our friends, his friends or her friends, going to know that they are doing that. And then when you find out that something like this happened, and then they apologize and seeking for forgiveness, your ego, and your pride is going to be a big problem. You might like to I mean, like you try, maybe you want to forgive them. Okay, saying to yourself you want to forgive them, because if you look at all the things that are involved in that relationship, you said, okay, for them to apologize, for them to ask for forgiveness, it takes a lot of humility. Okay, it takes a lot of strength and courage. Then for them to do that, then you say to yourself, okay, you want to like, you want to forgive them, but your ego, your pride, knowing that maybe some of your friends already knew, some of or maybe people around they knew, and then they see you guys again together. The next day you'll see you, the ego, the way the, I mean, your pride is gonna be on the line. Why? Because for them to look at that relationship, looking at you, looking at the other person all the time, saying, okay, in your mind, they'll be like thinking maybe the other person have taken you as a mug. Because at the end of the day, the probability that the person might do it again. You understand? And then your ego will come in, your pride will come in there because you don't want them. You don't want your friends, you don't want your family members to start seeing you as that person, as a weak person, seeing you as someone that is maybe that you're not man enough, or you're not a woman enough for you to accept this person back. You understand? Then your ego be like questioning you all the time, and you be like thinking, no. But within you want to forgive them. You want to give them a second chance. But ego might not allow you to do that. You understand? So it can be challenging to let go of your pride and ego to forgive someone who has hurt you. Okay, so that's the problem. If you can keep your ego and pride in check, if you can overcome it, yeah, definitely you can forgive and give this person a chance. Okay, and that thing we normally talk about here, this platform is communication. Okay, you need to, like, if you want to move forward, if you want to move forward, especially when you want to forgive and move forward, you want to forgive, and maybe any, it depends on the kind of decision that you make. If you want to forgive this person and move forward, I mean, like, leave the relationship and move forward, you need to communicate. You need to let this person know. You need to let them understand why and the reasons why you want to do that. Okay? Because communication, talking about effective communication, is essential for resolving conflict and moving forward in a relationship. You have to do that. Communicate, let them understand. Listen, what you did was hurtful, and I've tried my best, or you've tried your best to forgive them. You try your best to, like, give them a chance, but you don't think that you can do it. And this is the reason why. Explain and let them understand the reason why you want to move. You want to move on. You want to move forward on that relationship. Explain it. Other than that, just like walking away, just like that, without talking to the person and all that. You need to communicate. You have to let them understand what happened. Okay? Because once that there was a breakdown in the communication, it becomes a hostile environment. It becomes hostile because now children might be involved, and then you want to walk away without communicating, without letting them know. How do you think that the other person, maybe, for example, for you want to come and see your children, or you want to come around for your kids and all that, it's going to be hostile. It's going to be difficult for you to do that because of what? There's still that bridge. You are hot. The other person is hot. They don't really know, understand what happened and all that. Without communication, you didn't communicate. You didn't let them understand what you want to do. You just, like, walk away just like that without letting them know. I don't think that's a good practice. You understand? So no matter how pain you feel, the pain, no matter how sadness you're just, maybe how sad you are, no matter what, I don't understand how to put it. No matter how you feeling, it's always good to communicate. It's always good to express yourself. It's always good to let the other person know, because the issues might be misunderstood. If you don't make the other person understand what is going to happen, the reason why you want to walk away and everything, all that, okay, and just walking away like that, your actions might be misunderstood. Why? Because having a relationship with someone, maybe for a while, or maybe you're married to someone and have kids and all that, there's a lot of sacrifices, there's a lot of things that you put into that relationship. You understand? And that is the reason why you need to do what? Communicate, let them understand, so that you not have a barrier when it comes to reconciliation. You will not have a barrier that will maybe affect you, maybe seeing your children. You will not have a barrier that will affect you, just to still have that friendship. Okay, that you move on does not mean that you might still not have mind. You might not. I mean, you can still need this person's help tomorrow. Understand? So how you resolve it matters. What am I talking about? Whatever actions you want to take, it's good for you to communicate. It's good for you to, like, relate. You understand? Doesn't matter. So that you cannot have to break that bridge. You have to break that bridge. Okay? Communicate. Let them understand. I try my best to forgive. I've done everything that within your power for you to forgive them. But the whole play, the whole scenario keep playing in your head. Understand? Anytime you see them, you still remember what they did and you find it difficult to forgive them. Okay, and that's the reason why maybe it's better for you to move on, and then that's why you want to move on, so that them too, they can, maybe that person that they move cheated with, they can move with that person and live their life, because you cannot do this. It's affecting you. So you have to explain, let them understand, other than just get angry, walk away, boom, just go around, just go like that. You understand? They don't really know what really happened. They don't know why you're taking that drastic actions. They don't know why you're behaving the way you're behaving. You understand what I mean? So it's always good for you to communicate. Let them understand why you're behaving the way you're behaving. Let them understand your actions. Okay, we're asking, why is it hard to forgive and move forward in a relationship? Okay, we talked about ego and pride, that it will affect trust issues. You have start having trust issues and all that. The communication breakdown, all that, you need to like communicate. Let them understand proper. Are you getting me? Because it's not that easy to forgive. Most times you hear people, they will tell you, okay, I've forgiven you, but I will not forget. Because when someone tell you that I've forgiven you, that, but they will not forget, that means they didn't forgive you. Forget it. That person didn't forgive you. There's nothing like I've forgiven you, but I will not forget. What does that supposed to mean? You didn't forgive. Because if forgiving this person, you have to let go. You have to start on a clean slate. You have to start everything clean. Put your mind free, open mind, and start afresh. But if you say that you will not forget, that means you didn't forgive this person. You understand? And you can see that some people, they say to you that it's difficult, because it's difficult for them to heal when they find out that you betrayed them. They find out that you did something that hurt them so much. You hurt their feelings, you hurt their emotions, you hurt them so bad. It takes time, because healing, especially when it comes to emotional wounds, yeah, healing, it takes a lot of time, and self-reflections, it takes time. So for them, it will gonna take time for them to heal. Like that's what I said earlier. You shouldn't force the person. You can't just like start pushing or telling the person that you need to. Well, you said you forgive me, but you need to, for what? Forget it. No, 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 no. It takes time for them to heal, because once you start like the process, and then walking through your feelings before truly forgiving someone, it's very, very important. But you need to walk your feelings. You need to go through, process everything. Okay, having in mind that you as an individual, that someone cheated on, or someone hurt, and all that is still playing in your head, and also you're afraid that they will, maybe they will do it again. You're still having it, you're afraid. So it takes a little bit of time, because once someone rush you to heal, it can push you to unresolved issues. Those unresolved issues, they might resurface later in life. Okay, so that's what we're trying to say. Okay. Hello. Good evening.
Evening.
Welcome. Johnson. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to make my own contribution.
Yeah. Why is
Why
it?
is it,
Why is it hard? Yes, to move on
man?
and forgive, or maybe forgive and move on in a relationship.
Man, it depends. It
Yeah.
depends on the gravity of maybe the heartbreak, or how disappointed, or how harmful the thing is before someone will not forgive easily.
Hmm.
It depends. To forgive and forget, brother, it depends. If something is too hard,
Yeah.
understand? It's too hard. As I said, it depends on the nature of the heartbreak, or how you disappoint your partner.
Yeah, we are talking about when someone maybe betrayal or infidelity. What I mean infidelity, when you cheated and then they find out that their partner cheated and their partner apologized, ask for forgiveness. That's what we're talking about, trying to say here. Why is it hard to forgive and move forward?
It's how, because wound. Whenever wound go, the mark is still there.
Yeah.
Some mark will not go. Some will forgive, but not forget.
Yeah.
They will not forget, and it will be a reference. Maybe if one break up with his friend on the incident, whenever he's trying to go into another relationship, the reason why the person will not forget it is she or he will be assuming that person will do the same thing.
Do it again.
The person, do it again, and you will be afraid.
Yeah.
And you're trying to monitor. Understand? But in a situation where one can forgive and forget easily, it depends on the partner, the opposite one, maybe the defaulter. One, when you show that person that genuine love, you have love at the first time. So sometimes mistakenly, out of ignorance, one may cheat on his partner. But after you will realize what you did is not good. But the other partner will not see it like that. But how you will make that person to forgive and forget. One, you keep a constant communication.
Okay.
Two, you give that person attention. Whenever he or she needed the attention, you will be there. You try to those things you do before. When you are in love, when you are trying to build a relationship, there are some things you will be doing. Maybe when you now enter fully and you want to hit and run, somebody that wants to do hit and run. I hope I'm not taking much.
Yeah, no, just go on. I'm listening. Yeah.
Somebody that wants to do hit and run, you first of all showcase some characters that will make that person to be convinced that this person love me. Some we call it Romeo and Juliet. Those days, when the person going to market, you assist her, going to work, after you call, have you eaten, have you do this, have you that, you just gain that person's heart.
Yeah.
But when you try to double cross or try to have another partner look elsewhere, you see those things will be reducing. Maybe that hour you used to call, you will not call in. And another thing, excuses will be
you start giving excuses. Okay, your time and everything. You will not be giving them attention the way you used to. Okay.
Yeah. Understand? And that person will begin to suspect whether this one take care or not. Okay. But whenever you do that thing and you betrayed that person, to gain that relationship back and make that person to forgive and forget, is try to come back to those normal things you are giving her before him. Then keep constant communication, giving the person attention, trying to know whenever he's happy or when he's not happy, all those things. Sometimes you use the good and cover the bad. Whenever you start doing those things, the person will forget, but it will be coming as a reference. But when you do that heartbreak, or you cheated, or you do one or two things, and you keep adamant of those things, you don't even bother, you don't even care. You don't say anything because you have zeroed their mind. Maybe you don't want this relationship again. Understand? There are some intentional act.
Yeah, when
Intention.
some people when they don't want the relationship to anyway, they don't want the relationship anymore. Sometimes
Yeah,
that's the easy way to do it,
yeah.
So
Instead of you to confront the person and tell you don't want anymore, use your character
yeah, they use that.
to
Yeah.
showcase.
Mhm.
Yeah. So those things, those ones that the person will not forgive and forget, is when you do those things, you hit her
Mm,
and you run
mm,
without coming back.
mm.
You see, that person will not forgive you and you will not forget.
Okay.
Whenever
Mm.
such a thing occur, she say so person. But if you do it unintentional
Mm.
and you start coming, giving those attention, giving him that sense of belonging, trying to know her in and out and checkmate on those things, you see that the good aspect will cover the good aspect. So
Okay.
that person, these days, all those things are no more. It's only few that you can find it, because many people now, their intention of going into a relationship is different from the one we have in our time. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. I appreciate that. I get you. I appreciate
So
that.
you're welcome.
Thank you for the call.
You're welcome.
Okay. The line is vacant now. If you call, you can go through. Okay. So what we're talking about, why is it hard to forgive and move forward in a relationship, especially when it comes to infidelity and betrayal. Okay, when you find out that your partner cheated on, and you find out, and then now they apologize, and then they want you to forgive them. Why is it hard to forgive and move forward? Okay, that is the question. Why is it hard to forgive and move forward? Understand? The thing is this here. Forgiving someone, forgiving is not that it's not that easy. Okay, especially when it comes to betrayal and infidelity. I'm talking about cheating and that. It's not that easy. Like I said at the beginning, I said it because it involves a lot of things. It involves emotions. It involves emotions. Especially men. If you can hear that a lot many times, people say that men find it difficult to forgive. You can see a man now, maybe some of them they they cheated on their wife so many times, and she find the test, she find everything. She know that the man be cheating, and she caught them many times. They ask for forgiveness, they apologize, or that. The woman, most times they forgive, they will still stay in that relationship. They still like keep on, you know, absorbing everything, taking all that. They mind their business, taking care of the kids and all that, just to make sure that the family is still going on, because sometimes they want their family to break. They don't want to, stay single or something like that. They don't want to be a single mother or something. So because of that, they will take care of that. The man will do all of that, then they will forgive and still stay. Take all his baggages and all that. But immediately she tried to do same, and the man find out that his wife cheated on him. You can see that it's quite different. I don't know why, but it's like that. The same man that she have been forgiven for a while, for a long time, still the same man who turn around and said that he doesn't want anymore. He don't want again. That is finished. He's getting away from that relationship. Some in the third world, you see that sometimes they will send the woman packing that she will have to go back to her family house. She have to go back to her parents and all that. Some they will divorce immediately. They get away from that. But they've been doing the same thing for a long time. But just that once that she tried it and they find out, you see that they cannot forgive. They will find it difficult to forgive. And that is the problem. Why? Because of their ego and pride. It's their ego and pride. Someone have taken over, their territory. Someone has penetrated in their territory. The territory where they were thinking that they are protecting. When they get married to a wife, brought that wife home, a man believes that that is his territory. So for someone else to break into that territory is a sign of maybe that they've been conquered. They've been, defeated. And ego and pride, you can see that they can find it difficult to forgive. They find it difficult to forgive. Some of them, it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of courage, especially maybe, or less maybe the man is depending on the wife for upkeep. He's feeding off the wife. When it comes to financial assistance, the wife is the one that taking care of everything. Because of that, you see that he might just stay there just because of that. But even with that, his actions will show that he does not want to be there. He start misbehaving and acting strange and all that because his territory has been conquered. His territory has been taken over. You understand what I mean? I never have to say it out there. I just said it. You understand? So what we're trying to say is that why is it hard to forgive and move forward in a relationship? You understand? I'm just giving you the two aspects of it, the woman and the woman. And some women, they decide that maybe they can't. They just want to get away from that relationship. They move forward. Some, they can just take it like that. The same way, there are some men too, they'll do that. But if you look at it, I've explained why some of them will stay. You understand? So what I'm trying to say is that forgiveness is a complex journey that requires patience. You need patience. You need understanding. You need empathy, especially empathy. You need empathy. Okay? It's normal to struggle with forgiving someone. You find it difficult to forgive someone. It's normal. Because when someone hurt you deeply, when someone hurt you so much that it pains, you got that pain. Okay? It's normal. It's very normal for you to, struggle with that, with forgiving them. You understand? But the issue is that once you try to, address that your emotions, once you find way to address it, once you find way to rebuild the trust that you guys have, once you let go of your ego and forget about what other people will say, forget about what other family members, your friends, on that, what they will say, because once you made up your mind that you will forgive this person. Okay? So you try and forgive them. And then allow yourself time to heal. Allow yourself time to heal. And that's what I'm saying. So what we're trying to say is that gradually you work towards that forgiveness. You work towards that forgiveness. And nothing is that it takes two of you, because the person that asked for forgiveness, the person that was caught on the act, the person that cheated on, the same person that maybe apologized, they have to take responsibility for their actions. Because if they didn't take responsibility for their actions, they will do it again. And that is a problem, because you that accept them back, you that accept the apology, you that forgive them, you still have at the back of your mind, you're afraid that you don't want them to do it again. So as you don't want them to do it again, understand, they need to hold themselves accountable. They need to take accountability of whatever the action, what their responsibility of the action, or that for them to not to do it again. Otherwise, they will do it again. They will do it again. Okay. And that is the problem. And that's the reason why people find it difficult to forgive and forget, forgive and move forward in a relationship. Okay. So if you are with us to this time, I appreciate you. Please don't forget to share this program. Share this program to your contact. Share it. If you come in, maybe you just came late. As you came in, you can on your own time listen to this podcast again. We touched a lot of things in it. You understand? So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. One on YouTube. And also don't forget to follow us on Facebook, one on Facebook, on TikTok, one on TikTok. If you're on Instagram, we're on Instagram. Okay, Bevis Apacino on Instagram. You understand that? We have a lot of content out there that you can, at your own leisure time, go through them. You can get one or two things that will help change your life. Okay. Yeah, thank you for tuning in to this live podcast. Thank you for coming across one. Thank you for sharing with us, exploring this forgiveness. Why forgiveness and moving forward in relationship can be challenging. All that. That's what we discussed this evening. Thank you for tuning in, and I appreciate you. And I hope to see you next week, Friday. Also, we're going to go live on TikTok as well. If you have time, you can join us on TikTok. I think it's about 9 p.m. and in our time, we're going to go live there. So you can join us there if you have time. On that note, I'll see you guys next week, Friday. Have a wonderful weekend, and God bless.